Yes,
Nigga, listen, it's hard to blow up, and then when you blow up, you gotta keep that bitch. That shit mad hard, gang. You gotta use your fucking creative head. 9 to 5, you go to McDonald's, put the fries in the bag, hand it to the nigga and call it a day. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's no thinking or none of that, bro. It's
It's
just
the way he's saying it make it sound bad, but I get what he's saying. Like, it's easier for somebody to tell you what to do versus you having to come up with everything yourself.
Every time a streamer comes out and says that streaming is harder than working, y'all have a big fit. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all keep acting like what he's saying is some complete bullshit. No, it's not, bro. I work 2 jobs. Bro, let me tell y'all something about working a job, bro. You don't have to be the smartest person. You don't have to be the most hardworking person. You don't gotta be the most talented person to be able to work a job. Anybody on this motherfucking earth can work a job, gang. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like working a job, it just makes you one of the hardest working. You know how many people sit on a job 8-hour clock, you know what I'm saying, and they only work for 3 hours? The other hours they're just messing around, bro. But working a job is much harder, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say this right now. Working a job is definitely more time. That shit takes up time, gang. But one thing, I'm not gonna say that, oh, working a job, because at the end, there's different types of jobs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Working at McDonald's is way easier than streaming, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is easier, you know what I'm saying? Not easier as in, oh, like this shit is just light work, like, okay, yeah, you gonna have some times where that shit busting your ass. But I'm saying easier as in, like, bro, that shit takes way less, you know what I'm saying, mental effort. It takes way less, just like, bro, you know what you doing, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing nothing hard. Now, the volume of what you doing, it might make it hard, but you're not doing nothing hard, you know what I'm saying? Coming up with ideas that sets you apart from other people, that shit makes it hard, bro. Like, y'all keep acting like, okay, you an engineer, you know what I'm saying? Okay, your job harder than streaming, you know what I'm saying? You a nurse, okay, your job harder than streaming. You a doctor, harder than streaming. You if you in some type of profession that is just like, oh, you need like 4 years or more, or you got some type of trade, your job harder than streaming. But please don't tell me you work at Walmart and that your job harder than streaming, nigga. Stop lying. Now look at these comments, bro. These comments always throw me, bro. You know what I'm saying? They always act like, he said, y'all keep making the wrong people famous. Yawn. Bro hasn't even worked 9 to 5 job talking about it being harder. Like, bro, let's keep it real, bro. Everything that you do on the job, you know what you're gonna do in the job. This is what I feel like about streaming. Streaming is very close to what you would call it school. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that you always gotta keep putting in work. That's why a lot of people can't do school, but they can work 30 hours, 60 hours a week. Them boys can't do no school for nothing, but they can work 60 hours a week. Why? Because when you're working, you have a certain thing that you're doing, you just keep doing it. There's a lot of people in jobs that you don't gotta do effort, push for more. In school, you gotta push for more, you're gonna fail that motherfucker. Just like in streaming, you gotta push for more, you're gonna fail that motherfucker. In work, you can really coast for 20 years and still get your job and still making stable income, bro. Like, it can be harder. It can be harder depending on what you do. McDonald's, please don't tell me working a job at McDonald's flipping burgers is harder than picking up a camera, picking up a mic, and actually providing value to the internet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like value is just some math. Bro, if you provide something to the internet and people are talking about it, you're providing some type of value. Like they just said, they just made the wrong person famous, but the whole time you talking on a feed that they, you know what I'm saying, that they got posted on. That obviously means that they added value, because why would you add your input on something that has no value? If that's really what it is, honestly, it's more complicated fries in the bag, because no one wants to be doing that for 10 years. Streaming is more of a side quest because you still need an actual job at first to support it. Okay, this is a very interesting take, and I'm not gonna lie, it is true. At the start, for most people, I'd say 99% of people, you're gonna have to have a job while you're streaming. You know what I'm saying? 99% of people. It's really that top 1% that's actually making enough money to where they can hold themselves up with just streaming. You know what I'm saying? Y'all must got shit mixed up. Not everybody's DDG. Not everybody's Casanat. Y'all must got it mixed up. When people say streaming is harder than working a job, remember that 99% of streamers is making $100 or less a month, nigga. I'm sure it is harder than a start job at McDonald's. Of course, if you succeed, the pay is a lot better too. Or kind of either slow or, bro, I'm gonna give him great. Look, it don't matter if you're 17, 18, 30, 35, bro. Let's keep it 100. As someone who works a job and makes content, you gotta understand, whether or not I put effort into that job, I'm gonna get that check regardless. If I don't put no effort into this, I'm literally cooked. I'm cooked. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooked. Like, bro, a lot of people have jobs and don't do shit. I just said it, bro. People will have a job, work an 8-hour shift, and only work for 3 hours. The rest of those hours, them boys just messing around and doing what they like. Most of these jobs, especially these low retail jobs, you faking like you actually doing work. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, faking like you doing work. Cause, bro, you faking like you doing work because you don't want somebody on your ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's way harder than actually being creative. Y'all be throwing me with this shit, bro. 9 to 5 is brutal. I'm not gonna lie, a 9 to 5 is brutal. I had worked that shit for like 5 months, I think. I had my shift in 9 to 5. One of the worst shifts of all time. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if y'all gonna choose a job and they tell you 9 to 5, unless you really need that job, do not take it, gang. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have, like right now, my shit is like, it's like 6 to 2. Gang, I'm telling you, that is the best shift. Your mornings are gone. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But you still got your afternoons and your nights. When you got a 9 to 5, bro, your mornings is gone, your afternoons is gone, half your night really gone, because by the time you get home, you don't even feel like doing nothing, bro. That shit gonna bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? I hate 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is terrible. 2 to 11 is terrible. Like, just anything that takes away multiple like points of your day, terrible. Like, but I'd have one point of my day taken away, and that's the mornings. 6 to 2, we coolin'. Honestly, can't argue. Streaming fame looks way more stressful than a regular job. It definitely is. I mean, bro, you don't got eyes on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're really just a regular person, just in everyday life, and people are gonna accept you way more. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these apartments not gonna accept you as a streamer, bro. You don't got no stable source of income. A lot of these different types of things that you want to do, these properties you want to buy, they're not gonna accept you, gang, because bro, you don't got no stable source of income. You get accepted way more when you actually got a job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you making DG money, of course you'll get accepted, but they know you're gonna be making bread. But if you just like some guy who's like, you know what I'm saying, probably like maybe 500 subs, 200 subs on Twitch, that shit rough for you, bro.